There we go. Solo P1. Turn this music down. This is Solo P1. This is my first live qualifying reaction. I usually do F1 reviews and race day reviews. I won't be doing that now. I'll be doing reviews, but just live reactions. First impressions. So, this is Bahrain qualifying. And Mercedes are not there yet. But I can be patient. I'm a very patient man. I can be patient. At the end of the day, where the car was yesterday, well, not yesterday, well, last year, the porpoising. And now, at least the car's steady. At least it's steady. This is big hype around Aston Martin. Big hype. Now, fair play to Aston Martin. Congratulations to Aston Martin. To get their car where it is now from where it was last season is amazing. But at the end of the day, can Aston Martin keep developing their car at a rate as Mercedes and Red Bull and Ferrari do? That's the key. Because it's all right having a good car at the beginning and being fast, but you have to keep that up through the entire season. Now, I'm not saying that Aston Martin can't do it. No. The complete opposite. I think they can do it, but it's not guaranteed that they can do it at the pace of Red Bull, Mercedes, and Ferrari. Now, if you know me on this channel, I love Alonso. He's probably my favourite driver on the grid. I know there's a lot of Lewis, because I'm a Lewis fan as well. See, in the F1 community, if you like Lewis Hamilton, you can't like Alonso. If you like Alonso, you can't really like Lewis. Not me. I like both of them. Both good drivers. But my favourite driver, the way I just like his attitude, the way he just doesn't care what people think of him. And that's Alonso. Now, if Alonso wins tomorrow, I'll be happy with that. If Lewis wins tomorrow, I'll be happy with that. Very simple, really. But the Red Bull at the moment are definitely the favourites for tomorrow. Max Verstappen 1:29.7. What a time! It's a second and a half faster than last season's pole. A second and a half faster from Charles Leclerc's pole from last season. But you got to give it to Red Bull. At the end of the day, look. At the end of the day, right? Whatever happens with all this. People saying that Red Bull have got to stop developing the car after Baku. I heard something like that, because if they keep developing the car, they might go over the cost cap. I heard something like that in winter testing. I'm not really confirmed on that yet. I'm not sure if it's like true, but that's the whispers around the paddock, that Red Bull can't develop at the rate they did last season because of the cost cap. But we'll see how that goes. But at the end of the day, you've got to hats off to Red Bull. They've nailed it this season again. I'm not saying they're going to win the title. I'm not going to come out and be a defeatist. I'm not going to defeat and say, look, Red Bull going to win it and Mercedes not going to get anywhere. No. Mercedes car is a slow build. You know, you put your kettle on, you want a cup of tea, you put the kettle on, you dash in the milk, you dash in the tea bags, and then you just put the kettle on and it slowly builds. You know, it slowly builds. And I think that's what Mercedes is going to do. At the moment now, Mercedes are there where they are. That's it. But don't say, oh, I'm not going to support Mercedes anymore. If you're one of these fans what say you're not going to support Mercedes anymore, you're not a true Mercedes fan to begin with. It's not a God-given right that Mercedes are going to win the world title every single year. I know there's a lot of fans that have been watching Formula One. They've come in to watch Formula One, and all they've ever seen was Mercedes winning year in, year out. 8 Constructors' World titles in a row. In a row. That's a feat that will never be beaten. Never. Not in my lifetime. But at the end of the day, it has to come to an end. Now, I'm not saying that Lewis Hamilton can't win the world title this year. I still think he can. There's 23 races. The longest Formula One season in history. 23 races. So don't judge Mercedes on the first race, on the first qualifying. They're going to bring a new side pod. That's what the engineer said. In the next couple of races, it's going to be a new upgrade. New side pods. It's just going to get verified by Formula One. So we're still waiting for that. But don't just start saying, oh, Mercedes not going to get anywhere. I'm not going to support Mercedes. No. If you're one of those, don't support them. Go and support someone else. At the end of the day, right, Mercedes will get there. They will get there. And that's just the way it is. They'll get there. You have to be patient. Now, hats off to Red Bull, like I said before. They've nailed it this weekend. I think Ferrari has shown some pace. Like I said, Aston Martin is showing some pace. And as I see it, yeah, it will happen. Now, there was something on TV the other day, Sky. There was like a polygraph test that was given Lewis Hamilton. It was a polygraph test. And it says that they was asking him some questions. Are you here for the long run? Will you be here until you win your 8th world title? And you know what he said? Yes, I'm here for the 8th world title. Really, he should have said 9th, but he said 8th world title. That's what he said. 8th. And the polygraph test came back and said he was telling the truth. Toto Wolff said today, Toto Wolff came out and said, listen, he said, the guy said to him, the commentators, I think it was Lazenby for Sky Sports, he said to Toto, right, do you think you can give a car to Lewis to win his 8th world title? And Toto said, look, at the end of the day, Alonso is still there. He's got 4 years on Lewis. I'm sure Lewis can stay around for another 4 to 5 years. So Toto's telling you there already, the contract's already in the bag. There's rumours going around that Lewis is going to retire. No, Lewis is not retiring. Lewis is going to be there until he wins his 8th world title. In my eyes, it's 9th. But on the record books, he's there to win his 8th world title. And Lewis, in my opinion, will do everything in his power to do that. It's very simple, really. Very simple. And I'm not going to take nothing away from Russell. Russell could win the world title this year. George Russell. He out-qualified Lewis today. What an amazing feat from George Russell. Amazing. He can definitely win the world title this year. Listen, the drivers, it's not going to be, to me, in my opinion, I don't think Max is going to dominate the way he did last season. Where after Spain, he won every single race. Every single race, more or less, after Spain. It was the Max Verstappen show, the Red Bull show. I can't see that happening. Ferrari's going to have something to say about that. And I think Mercedes will, all in good time. But I'm a patient man, like I said at the beginning of the video. I'm a patient man. I'm not going to be all panic mode. Oh, I'm going to start panicking. Stressing. Throwing stuff up online on Twitter. Oh, they're finished. No. No way. I'm not going to do it. Positive attitude That's what it boils down to. Positive attitude. Positive. Because if you're not here for the long run, do one. Do one. I don't want no negative comments. I don't know negative trolls. Because you know what will happen? You'll just get blocked. Don't like this fool here online. You come in my comment section, you get blocked. I won't even name him. He's beneath my shoes. Little troll job. But at the end of the day, yeah, just be patient with Mercedes. Now, I'm going to do the long run. I'm going to see the finish, how it finished. Max Verstappen on pole. Amazing feat by Max Verstappen. That was a great pole lap. They said they were struggling in practice 1 and 2. They were struggling with the balance of the car. But in practice 3, in qualifying, they came good. Even in Q1, they wasn't really there. They must have done some adjustments to the car in Q2. And in Q3 came out and nailed that qualifying. I knew as soon as Max Verstappen done that 129.7, I knew as soon as he done that, that was it. He's got pole. I knew it. I knew Ferrari didn't have it to pass him. Because Charles Leclerc, I don't think he had time to go on his last run for qualifying, but he didn't do it for some reason. I don't know why. He must have saw that time and saw, you know what, forget it. Second place, Perez. Again, a good number 2 for Perez. There was rumours online saying that these two are going to fall out through the season. Let's see what happens on that. At the moment, they've got the 1 and 2 Red Bull. Just as that's what Christian Horner wants. He's got his 2 guys up there at the end of the day controlling the race tomorrow. Third place, you got Charles Leclerc. An amazing lap from him as well. Look, a 1:30.0 flat. 1 minute, 30 seconds flat. Fourth place, you had Sainz just behind him, 1:31. And then in fifth place, you got Alonso. Alonso's been in Formula 1 for 22 years. Alonso, 22 years. And people saying, oh, he's got a good car. But the guy's in his 40s and he's still sharp as he was when he was 21. That's just congratulations to Alonso. You got to take your hat off to Alonso. You may not like Alonso, some fans out there. You may not like Alonso, but at the end of the day, doing that at 42 years of age is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, sixth place, you got George Russell, like I said, 1:33. Good from George Russell. And then you got Hamilton, 1:33 as well, just behind him. Stroll in 8th place, 1:38. So you got Stroll. You're going to look at Stroll as well. Look at Stroll. Stroll never done no winter testing. None at all. No winter testing. And he had an accident on his bike. He had a wrist injury. There was rumours that he wasn't even going to make this race. That was the rumours. And he came in all fit as a fiddle. He done Lance Stroll, he done an interview yesterday. No, it was I think it was earlier today. No, it was yesterday. Practice 2. And the commentator said, imagine if you get a 1 and 2 in qualifying, imagine that. And Lance Stroll, this was genuine. I like Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll, he says, that will be amazing. He was smiling for about 30 seconds, genuine. Because you know when you get some people get interviewed and they put the fake smile on, Lance Stroll was just genuine. He was genuine, man. And he was smiling. And he said, imagine that. He goes, that would be cool. That would be cool. Awesome, he said. Awesome. Lance Stroll got 8th place. I think that's good for where Lance Stroll come from. He had no winter testing. Just coming today, practice and qualifying. And he got top 8. That's good, man. 9th, Ocon. 10th, Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg got a DNF, but he's still 10th place. 11th place, Lando Norris. 1:31.3. Disappointed by McLaren. What's happened to McLaren? You know, what's happened to McLaren? McLaren was there. I thought McLaren this year was going to make some. I thought there was going to be like a top 4 team, top 5 team. You know, but it's not working out, is it really? What's happened? Andre Seidel leaving McLaren. I thought that was a mistake. I think Zach Brown should have held on to him. He's gone to Alfa Romeo now. But I don't know what's happened to him. Lando's frustrated. He signed that big contract, which he shouldn't have. I said at the time when he signed that big contract with it, I think he got announced a couple of years ago at Monaco when he signed that big contract. I thought that was a mistake. He should have just signed a 2-year contract and see what happens down the road. But he got locked into a big contract, so he's locked in with McLaren for a couple more seasons. That's probably where the frustrations are coming in. I don't think there's even a get-out clause, I'm not sure. Valtteri Bottas, 12th place. 1 Joe, 13th. 14th, Tsunoda. 15th, Albon. 16th, Logan Sargent. Kevin Magnussen, 17th. So you got Nico Hülkenberg getting the better of Kevin Magnussen, but it's the first qualifying. I'm not going to read too much into that rivalry yet between Magnussen and Hülkenberg. It will erupt, and just like the Pierre Gasly one, Pierre Gasly and Ocon. Pierre Gasly and Ocon now is friends now. I don't know, they had like a video thing on Sky the other day about them two, saying how much they grew together, how much they come through karting together, how friendly it looked, friendly. We'll see what happens a few races in to see the two French drivers are still friends. Because, you know, deep down they want to destroy each other on track. Because if you don't want to destroy your opponent, your team out on track, you're not supposed to be in this business. So, 17th, Kevin Magnussen, 18th, Piastri, and 19th, Nick De Vries and Pierre Gasly last. So, Nick De Vries said in Drive to Survive, they were saying he's there for one reason only, to destroy Yuki Tsunoda. And at the moment, where did Tsunoda come? Nick De Vries was 19th, and where did Tsunoda come? He come 14th. So there's no destroying at the moment. We'll see how it goes in the race tomorrow. Yeah, man, it was a decent qualifying. To expected, really. Red Bull topping the charts because at the moment they've got the best car at the moment. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes in the season. But that's it, man. Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow. Same thing tomorrow. It's going to be a live race reaction. So if you want any positive comments, if you want to read out any positive comments, I'll read them out for you tomorrow. We can have a little discussion tomorrow when we go live tomorrow for the race day. There's going to be the same build-up tomorrow. We're going to have the build-up. We're going to have Monday. We're going to have a debrief. So we're going to be talking about in more detail on Monday. That's going to be a Bahrain debrief, which we're going to be live on the channel. So you can come and join me for that. Get involved with the chat room. Get involved in the community. Let's help build the channel together. If you want my socials, I've got my QR code there. So you can either click the link or you can just get your phone, scan the QR code. It's right there. Scan the QR code with your phone, and then when you open the app will open, and you'll see all my socials, all my podcasts. My podcast is going to be on there. iTunes, Spotify, Twitter, Twitch, all my socials is on that QR code. So just give it a scan, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And that's it, man. It's going to be a good one tomorrow. Alonso, I think he's going to do well tomorrow, Alonso. But like I said, Aston Martin's good now. But let's see if they're going to develop as fast as Ferrari and Mercedes and Red Bull. So that's it, man. That's the end of the live reaction. Martin B, don't worry. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm going to do a live race day, live reaction. And Monday, we're going to do the debrief as well. So don't worry about it, Martin B. That's one of my subscribers. Hit the QR code. I got the QR code now, Martin B. So you can click the QR code. All my socials are there. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you tomorrow. Don't worry about it, man. See you later, guys. See you tomorrow for the race day. Hopefully, it's going to be good. And hopefully, no DNFs. I want to see a good race tomorrow. Because let's face it, yeah, you're going to have the Red Bulls, you're going to have the Ferraris, you're going to have the Mercedes, and you're going to have the Aston Martins. Hopefully, this can continue through the season so we can have a good, exciting season. Not like last year where Red Bull won everything and it was just basically boring. I want to see all them teams battling. It's going to be a good season. So see you later, guys. Solo P1 signing out. Bye.